Colby, first of all, congratulations on being the Calhoun's High School Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
Let's talk about this CAK team, and let's talk about this program a little bit. You guys have been outstanding the last couple of years, and kind of talk about this year. What has made this year's team maybe a little bit different than ones in the past?
This was definitely big for us to, come in. We were expected to be a weaker senior class because we only have 9 seniors, and last year we lost a big group of good players. And coming into this year, there weren't really too many high expectations from our fans, but as a team, we knew that we could be pretty good. And basically, it's just been nice. We have really good camaraderie, and we're usually able to just pull together in the end and get it done. It's been nice to have this successful of a season.
I mean, you think of CAK, you think about offense, you think about Quinn Epperly, and you think about Charlie High, and you think about those receivers. The defense, though, over the time is what it comes down to. I mean, you got to stop the other team, and you guys, I'm sure, take a little pride in doing that for yourselves, don't you?
Oh, yes, sir. I mean, the saying, offense wins game, defense wins championships. I guess that's true.
Now, you look at the game with Alcoa this past weekend. What was it like going into the second game? I mean, you beat them early in the year, well, not early, late in the season, for the first time in a long time. They'd been kind of your Achilles heel. Obviously, that's an emotional win. What was it like doing it the second time?
It was just as emotional. We knew we were going to get their best effort coming into it because they're pretty upset that we finally got that district title, took it away from them. They were getting guilt from, all the guys who had won the championship 7 years in a row, and they had some pressure on them. We knew we could just go in and play loose, and once we came back, it was huge. We were just as emotional as the first game.
I bet you were. Now, you think 38-37. That doesn't sound like much of a defensive struggle yet. You guys made some plays. You had 8 tackles, 3 for loss, and what was it like defensively?
I mean, it's hard to hold Alcoa to anything less. I mean, we were really happy with our first performance, holding them low, but also the weather kind of played a key in that because Hambrick and Oggs and some of those guys were really fast, and the weather kind of negated their speed. And coming into this next game, we knew we would be able to do better offensively, but our defense would struggle. And after halftime, we had a big speech in there by some of our senior captains, and we were able to get everyone together. And coming out the second half, we knew we couldn't give up much more because we had to, mount a comeback. And I think we were able to hold them to 3 points in regulation with our defense because they scored off a fumble in the second half. And it was just good to see that we could step up and do it.
Now, special teams are also big, and I think at least part of that's part of defense. And you guys got your hands on a couple of kicks, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
That's something you saw going in. Did you think you were going to be able to do that? I mean, I know Alcoa is not necessarily known as a great kicking team and hasn't been.
Well, honestly, we didn't expect to do anything special teams-wise. We were just trying to limit them because usually they have good returners and stuff like that, but blocking kicks, we definitely didn't know. That was more of just a gut check thing. We knew after we gave them a touchdown in overtime on the first play, we were like, oh, that was bad. So we had Josh Henson, of course, and he's one of our senior captains as well, and he was definitely not going to let us lose along with a bunch of us. We didn't want that to be our last game, and I guess he just gut down, shot through, and blocked it.
Kind of describe what the feeling was like at that moment.
Honestly, I couldn't even watch our next offensive series. When we scored a touchdown, I was on a knee looking at the ground, and I couldn't even, I was just in awe. I was in shock, and then once we scored, though, I had some confidence in our kicker, Reese Duncan. Earlier in the season, he had caused us a game kind of in a way against Grace, but we talked to him as senior captains, and he got it down, and he's been competing really hard. We brought in a new kicker, and it's caused some competition, and he's been able to work really hard, and he's got to where his potential was, and I had confidence in him going into that.
Well, he's certainly got a good coach. Jeff Hall works with you guys, and of course he's pretty legendary over at UT. I guess that's got to make you feel good knowing who's working with him.
Oh, it always helps to have a guy who's played in a national championship, leading scorer at UT. That always helps. Absolutely.
Now, you got to go on from here. Obviously, that's a big emotional win. Doesn't get much easier, does it?
No, it definitely doesn't get easier from here. Everyone thinks, oh, hey, that was the state championship game. Whoever wins this is going to win it all. Well, there's some still really good teams in it. Of course, Austin East we got coming up this week, and then the winner of the CPA Milan game. Both of those two are supposed to be powerhouses. We don't really know much about them because they're not local, but we know.
Let's hope you get to study them next week.
Yeah, we hope so.
All right. Hey, well, congratulations on the victory and the honor, and best of luck the rest of this year.
Thank you.